Ready, Mr.
Look,
Valentine.
man, Will Osprey is going crazy. He just won the International, Intercontinental, Intergalactical Championship like 2 days ago. And then he beat the main event of Dynamite, and now he's going up against Swerve Strickland. I thought the whole reason why he won this championship was because so we can wait a little bit until he went for the World Heavyweight Championship so that they can, we can give Mr. Swerve a longer title reign. This is kind of scary. Omer, what do you think, man? What are they trying to do with this one?
They're trying to get people talking is the nice way to put it, right? I will say, like, who cannot be interested in this? On one side, you have Will Osprey, who is arguably the best wrestler in the world right now. And then on the other side, you have the AEW World Champion in Swerve Strickland, coming off of the hottest time period where fans are still hot over Swerve. People love him. People are cheering for him in every arena he goes to. Yeah. Look, if this is AEW's version of trying to give us the biggest match on their next pay-per-view, they're succeeding. Because they're like, if you're looking at who's hot right now, who's the champion and all that kind of stuff, these two are kind of made for each other. And it's a matchup that, like, I don't think many people were talking about outside of, maybe it happens at All In. Well, here's a scenario. You have the international champion in Will Osprey versus the AEW World Champion Swerve Strickland on a pay-per-view that's called Forbidden Door that could see potentially the unification of the International Championship and the AEW World Championship. People would like to talk about AEW having too much titles or too many, prizes. Everyone's got a title. Everyone's got a little FTW belt or whatever. For the, what did Jericho call it?
Fun to wrestle, I think.
Fun. I don't even know. But all of that, right? That's the criticism. This is a way to get rid of a title. And if it is, I'm for it. We'll see what happens because I don't think Swerve should lose just yet, but there'll be some interesting things.
Yes, sir. I think they do need to let Swerve cook a little bit because right now his title run has been kind of lackluster. Like we look at what happened just on this last AEW Dynamite. He went out there in like the second match of the night, and that's where he would have been if he wasn't the champion. So the run just doesn't really feel special right now. They did get him back out there for the main event to actually go face to face with Will Osprey. So I mean, I guess that's you giving him his championship spot, but I think they need to make him feel more special. It seems like they're just more focused on the Young Bucks right now and Jack Perry, which they do need to focus on Jack Perry because I think he is a rising star, but it just feels like Swerve is taking a back seat here. Now, you bring up an interesting point when you said they could be unifying these titles because I'm one who does agree with you. AEW, there's just too many titles floating around. You got this Continental Championship, you got the TBS Championship, you got the NT, too many things. So I wouldn't be mad at all if they did combine these, but how do you combine these? Because Will Osprey just won this title. Yeah. It's not time for Swerve Strickland to lose his title. And I think this is your big match that you should have been building up to for All In. Whether Swerve wins or loses, it's kind of like it's in Will Ospreay's home field, so the people in there would have been going crazy. Probably against Swerve, which is probably something you don't want right now if he's your top guy. So it's hard to say. Does Will Ospreay walk out of here with all of the chips? I don't know. I think it's too early for this match, to be honest with you.
I'm feeling that there's going to be some sort of, like the elite shenanigans where they're going to go ahead and screw over Will Ospreay maybe. And that's how they're going to stop him. Because for him to walk into that title match and take it from Swerve, might as well just go ahead and fire him from AEW. Because it's going to be tough to, get back his reputation if Swerve loses in a match like that. Because so far, he really feels like another Cody Rhodes to me in the sense that, okay, you won the championship. Great, we're all happy. And now you're kind of just chilling. You know what I mean? Like, we need that big match. And granted, Osprey versus Swerve is a big match. It's, I think, the biggest match and the match we all expected at the end of the day, where like a couple of pay-per-views later, this was going to happen, and Osprey was finally going to be the one to beat Swerve. But AEW said, nah, we're gonna go ahead and make all your expectations just blow away, and we're gonna go ahead and make this pretty much the second feud of Swerve's championship reign. So if he goes over Will Osprey here, I don't hate this idea of the fact that Swerve might be keeping this thing for far longer than we ever expected, which I don't hate. Like, if you give him legit storylines and if you really build him up to be a legit champion, I don't hate that. I don't hate that. That's a new star, because after Swerve loses this to Will Osprey, you have MJF waiting on the wings, I'm sure, when he's done with Adam Cole.
No.
What's that?
If he loses to Will Osprey, there's only one way they can go. At All In, you do Swerve Strickland versus Mr. Adam Page.
For the titles,
Yes,
just normal match?
You said, yeah. No, I mean, what'd you say? You said title or just a normal match? No, Swerve has to win this one because
I
Adam
agree.
Page has been his biggest rival. I think at All In, if you're doing Will Osprey right here, it's got to be Adam Page at All In.
No, I 100% agree, yeah.
Now, does it though, Kenny? Does it?
Yo, Adam Page is my guy. I want to see it.
No. Oh no, but does it have to? Here's the thing. There's an easy way to get there. All you have to do is have Hangman Page cost that man the belt at Forbidden Door. People are gonna be mad. People are gonna be pissed. But you want to talk about developing a storyline and running with it? Give me evil anime villain Hangman Adam Page out here, like reveling in the fact that Swerve Strickland is no longer AEW World Champion.
So you just basically admit that he doesn't deserve to be at that level, which makes him look weak. I don't agree with that booking, man. Like, you've done absolutely nothing with Swerve, man. You buried him. Like, he just does the opening matches or the jobber matches. Like, it's never in the main event. The only reason why he was at the main event tonight was just so he can stare down Will Osprey. What are you doing? This is your biggest champion. This is the star that everybody was crying for you to push. And now this is what you're giving him, which is basically nothing. I love Christian, but that was just a passing transitional feud.
Yeah, you're right.
So like we need to throw him a bone. He can't just win the championship and do nothing with it, because that's what they did with Hangman. And now look at Hangman. The only thing we can talk about is his feud with Swerve. Other than that, Hangman has no future prospects.
He had good recovery,
No. Come on. Let's not lie to ourselves, all right? Hangman Adam Page had a classic feud with the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. He had a classic rivalry, back-to-back shows with Adam Cole. If you go back and watch those matches, they were main event level matches that were built up with storylines. It's not my fault, or it's not Adam Page's fault that some people didn't like him. That's a whole subjective wrestling thing.
Too late.
Why was it too late?
It was too late. He became the champion way too late, and then they did nothing with him in terms of booking. And then 5 years later, he had that Bryan Danielson thing.
Though.
It's their fault for not putting the title on him.
He was on paternity leave.
There you go. But it doesn't matter. It was too late regardless. I don't care whose fault it is. It's just too late. I'm just stating facts.
Too late for you, Carol. Too late for you.
I think Hangman worked himself back up, though. I think he does feel like a main event star right now. So I wouldn't even be mad if Swerve escaped this match with the championship and he went to All In and Hangman took it from him. And then those two went back and forth as far as like the chase for the title.
That'd be better.
Because I think those, like people have been saying, it's Stone Cold versus The Rock. Of course, these guys are not on that level as of right now, but I think that's the way you can actually build your two stars up if you keep these two going neck and neck towards each other.